Yeah, so we are going to continue from where we stopped. What we want to do here is that uh, the number here, as you are typing, we want to break it 4 4. Because if you look at the default stuff that is there, it is broken down in 4 4. So 03, 20, 20, 27, whatever stuff like this. So it's okay. And if you click on confirm, you get the value. But there's something that is missing here, the formatting of this stuff. And yesterday or the last class, I was trying to explain what we need to do because you need to understand what is going on before I do the code. That's the reason I always explain the stuff first before I put it into code. And what do we want to have here? For example, here we have a number. We have 11 or 16 digits number there. But what we want to do is we want to break it down into 4, 4. And 16 like that divided by 4, we're going to have 4. So yeah, this is what we need to have. So we have this box, this box, and this box. And each one of them is going to contain 4 4 value. So what can I even do here? Let me use box again, or let me use circle. Inside it, we're going to have. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here too, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. That side is going to represent the space. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And lastly, we have the last 4. So this is the third one, and this is the fourth one. But they are coming from here. So imagine we have this 16 number here. So let me expand a little bit. Go back. No. Imagine we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have the 16 numbers. So this is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The remaining one, 6. So we have the 16 value. And if you look at them here, they have index. If you still remember our array, so index of each one of them. For the first one, that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we're talking about index. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Because you have to account for the 0. So these are the 6. So when you want to access this one now from the string, you use index 0. But string too, you can actually, it's not only array that you can access the value at a particular index there. For example, here now, if I go back to the former screen, so we have our value. So because the norm here should just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the 16 number. So what we want to do here is just only want to take that first one out of it. What can just do here is none like this at 0. As you can see, it will give me the first number like that. So if I want to take the last number there, I can just use 15 as 15. You can see it will give me the last one because you can't get to the 16 because you are counting from 0. That's the reason why you see that all these screen are here. So for you to get this first value, you come through this index 0. To get the second one, you get this thing. So we have in JavaScript, we have these operators. You have this method here that you can use to pick a particular set of the number from it. The one we used last time is split, which break into array. This one now it is slice. Slice we take from that your string, starting from the position you mentioned, or starting from the index you mentioned, all the way to the end. But it doesn't include the number the index you mentioned, it doesn't include it. So for example, here if I want to take only 1, 2, 3 now, so we are going to start from the first number is 1. That is 0, 1, 2, 3. Why am I including 3 before there? Because it doesn't get to the end. So we need to go extra one more. Because wherever you want it to stop, you need to go one more so that it can give you that last one. So we have this slice. And the job of this slice, you can see, you give it where to start to pick the value, and the end. If you don't give it the end, it will take from that place all the way to the end. So if you don't give it like that, the same thing too, you might not even supply the start. It will just start from the beginning all the way to the end, which is useless because just as if you are calling the stuff directly. But here now I want to start from 0 and I want it to stop at 4. Can you see here now? So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because 4 now, the index 4 is stopping on 5. That's why it includes 4. Because this is 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 is 3. So this is 5. It doesn't include the last one that you mentioned, the last index you mentioned. It will stop before that one. But if I don't want it to get to that 4 now, I can just say 3. It's not following all this number. But let me change the number so that it will not be as if. So this one we have, let me just put some random text like that or random number. So now if I slice it, as you can see, it's only the first 3. So starting from 0, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3. But you never pick that where you stop. Whatever you're counting, this last one stop. This one is where you're starting, and this is where your counting will stop. But it doesn't include the value on that stop. So which means here you have 3 is 0, 4 is 1, 2 is 2, then the 3 is 3. But because we are not including that value, it will just stop adding. So this is what we want to do now. What we want to do is that we now, this one I don't only take 3. But what I want to do, I want to be taking 4, 4 as the thing is moving. So look at our loop here. So this is going to be our first loop. Here, loop, the I, the index is going to be 0. But the entire stuff we are going to is 4. So this is when the loop enter 1. So the loop has increased. But your end, something is wrong here. So but your end there is still at the same place. So here the I, the index, when we are looping to generate all this, it will be 0. But the end is 4 because you only want to do it 4 times. So that's what I'm calling end. So here, when this is first time, the second time I will have turned to 1, but the end is still 4 because the end doesn't change. So at this place, I is going to be 2, end is still 4 because it doesn't change. So here the last one, I is 3, end is 4 because you can't get to the last one since you are counting from 0. So you always account for that. That's how we can get to 4. And you know that if you want to access this one to this side, what you have to do, you have to start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But you know that it doesn't account for the last one. So if you look at it now, how can you do that for the first index? Because for the first loop, you want to take 1 to 4. For the second loop, you want to take from 5 all the way to this 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. You want to take to 8. So the next loop, you want to take from 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the last one, you want to take 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if you look at the thing, is like a pattern. You have this 0, 1, 2, 3. So which means here now, you can actually use mathematics here to talk to this thing that when the I is 0, this is where you are starting from, and this is where you are going to stop. So here now, how do you do it? The I, for you to get where to start, is going to be the multiplication of these two numbers together. When you multiply this one by this, what you get is just the start now is going to be I multiplied by the end, which is going to be 0 multiplied by 4. This one will always be 0. So which means the first time you are starting, where it's going to start from is 0. But where is it going to stop? So the calculation for the stop is now going to be your start then plus end. So from here now, what is it going to give us? It's going to give us the start is 0 then plus 4. That means it's going to stop at 4. So look at it. That's the calculation that this thing is doing there. You have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, it stop at 4. So when you're on the second loop, you do the same calculation again. The only thing that's just changing is the I. So when you're on the second loop now, so what is going to be there? The start now is going to be I multiplied by end again, which is going to be 1 times 4. This one will not be. So that means the next time you want to count, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next time you want to count, to start picking here, start picking from 5. But we need to calculate the end too, or the stop. So to calculate the stop too, that one too is just the same thing. So the stop is the same thing as start plus end. So what is our start? Our start is the new value here now. So this is whatever you get here is your start. So 4. What is the end? So the end now is going to be 4 like this, and this one is going to give us 8. So which means when you are here, for you to get this value onto this side, you start from, you give it 4 for that split 4, and for the end you give it this one. You can see this mathematics. You can actually put this into, like, instead of you doing this loop, you already know the maths to apply. What you can just do is to just create the stuff on different line yourself. You don't want to use loop. You create all this in on yourself. You do the first one to get the first set. You do this one to get the second set. You do the, but instead of you doing yourself, you can actually use the loop that is going to count the stuff for you automatically. But which is what I'm going to use, but we can do it in another way by tapping it by ourselves. But this is the mathematics that we're going to put together. So for the third one, I know the I has changed to 2. So which means here now the start is just going to be 2 times 4. So which means when you want to start picking for this one, it's just going to be, you start from 8. But what is the stop? So the stop is just going to be that your 8 plus 4, because it always, stop is always start plus end. So your start here is 8, and your end is always the same thing. It's not changing. So the 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, 4 here. So it's going to be 8 plus 4, like this, which is going to be 12. So which means when you want to get the 4 value here, what we have to do is that to start counting from 8. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is where we are starting from. Then 9, 10, 11, 12. So which is what we are taking is from 9 all the way to this side. So the next time now, or the last one, the I is now, so the start is going to be 3 times 4, which is going to be 12. And for the stop, which is going to be 12, then 12 plus 4. And that is going to be 16. For example, the index stop as 15. And when you get to 16, this is where it will just stop. So this calculation here for the split, this is what you pass to the split to get this for the first 4. This is what you pass to the split to get the next 4. This is what you pass to split to get the next 4 for the third one. And for the last one, this is what you pass to split to get. So which means here now, which means here, which means in this place, let me go back. Which means this place, if our number is 16, so if our number is 16, that's when it will work. So now let me just put 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I hope it's completed. So now if you want to take the first 4 here, what are the first 4 here? It is 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 1857 is our first 4. So to take it, what is the calculation telling us? It's telling us for us to get the first 4, we need to start from 0 for the split, and we need to end at index 4. So that's how to get the first one. So here now, what we can do is that we can just say first 4 is going to be num, like this, then does split, not split, slice. So we are starting from 0 all the way to 4. Can you see? 2057. So now in order for us to, so the thing is telling us, in order for us to get the next 4, we need to start from 4 and we end at 8. And if you check the value here, so this first 4 is 1857. So the next 4 is going to be 4639. So to get the second one now, we need to use, the second 4 is going to be num. It's still the same num. You are not removing anything from that number. Everything is still here. So the slice, you start from 4 and we stop at 8. As you can see, 4639. So in order for us to get the third, so to get the third 4 is going to be num, like this, then slice. And what is the value that we calculated in? To get the next one is we're starting from 8 and we're stopping at 12. So this is just basic math. 8, you can see that it's always where this one ends, that's the start of the next one, and you just add 4 to it. See the pattern. It ends here for the first time, the next one is going to be that same number. So since it's end here as 8, the next one is going to be 8 and it's stopping at 12. So this one is going to give us the next 4. So the last one, so the last 4, is going to be num, but slice. And since we stop at 12 for the other one, so it's going to be 12, then add 4 to it. That's just what we are doing. And once you add 4 to it, this is going to give us 16. And once you save it, it gives us the last 4. So this is what we need to do to get the range. But this one will only work if we supply the entire 16 value. If you do it with something that is what you always get back is empty string, any one of them that is not there. For example, here now we have this const num2. This one now is not complete. It did not complete the 16 because as the user is typing, the thing will be getting here, and that's when it will be doing it. So what if the number is not up to that? What do we want to do? We should be able to replace the remaining one with 0. As I type in the one that is not there, just replace it with 0. For example, here if I just say the third 4, so the third 4 for num2, the third 4 for num2 now, if I just say num2 then dot slice, for us to get the third 4 by using 812. So 812 like this. We get this one there. Okay, it's actually there. So let me do so this should be 12 and 16. Can you see what is now returning? Because the number is not completely 16. We're able to get to this one because this number is up to that. Now imagine that this num2, or let's have another one again, num3, like this. And the number is not even much at all. Maybe in that time, the user only even type 3 character. So now let's say we want to take this one. As you can see, no, not you. So let's change it to 3. Can you see? It is empty. Even if you try it with the second one, maybe you just do 8, what is that, 12. As you can see, it will be empty. Even if you try it with the other one too, 4, 8, as you can see, it's still empty. But if you try with 0, 4, that one it will only give you 2, 3, because the only thing we have there is just 3 number. So we should be able to, all this one that is empty, we should be able to replace them with whatever value that is left. And that's where this thing comes in JavaScript. For example, here you have this 4 number, or you have this 2 number, but you always want this thing to be 4. Any one of them that is missing, just replace it with 0 at the end. Or any one of them that is missing, that is not complete 4, replace 4 at the front. So you can use this thing in JavaScript known as a pad end. So we have something known as pad end. Look at it. When you're using pad end, it will tell you what the length are you expecting. Then if the number that you are, whatever you are receiving, if it's not up to that, what do you want to use to fill in that gap? We always say this thing must always be 4. But right now we are receiving 2. So what do you want to use to fill the stuff at the end? So yeah, I always want this thing to be 5. But if the number or whatever the user type here is not up to 5, just fill the remaining space with asterisk. So look at it there. The only thing we have is 2, but it needs to be 5. So the remaining space that is left, it will fill it with what I type in. But instead of me using that character, what I can just use here is 0. And instead of it to be 5, it's just going to be 4. So which means what we extract out, it must always be 4. If it's not up to 4, just fill the remaining one that is left with 0. So which means here now that we are picking 0 or we are picking 3, you can just say pad end. How many are we expecting? 4. So if it's not completing 4, just pad the remaining, as you can see. Normally it's giving us 3. So which means the remaining one to complete 4, it's filling with 0. So what about all those other one that did not even there? So this one, if we just say pad end, and here if I put 4 and we put 0 here like this, you see that to just return back because nothing is here. Since it's nothing, it must make sure that it completes the number we're expecting. And this is what we need to do. So we're going to do it in a simple way. So this is our function here. So what the function is going to do? Normally, if I want to do it, I will do it in a loop because the thing can change later on. But for now, we know that it's always going to be 4 like that. So what we want to do, this is our function that we want to do. So what we are going to do is that it will receive the value that you type. So whatever you type, as you can see, it's the loop that I want to use before, but I think the loop will be more complex. So or it will look complex. So let's do it with the simple stuff. So what we need to do first is that so this is going to be the first 4, which is going to be value, then dot slice like that. Now when you slice it, we are taking the first 4, but don't forget you need to pad n in case the stuff is not completed. Just fill the 0 with the next one. So the next one is going to be second 4 is going to be val, then dot slice. That one is always the previous one is what I can see it's giving us already. So the third one and the fourth one, AI complete it like that. So this one should be the second. We don't need the fourth. But normally, see that you are like a loop. The thing is a loop. So you can actually use loop to even do it once and you combine all of them together. So when you are done with everything, so we need to return You have to join all of them together, but you separate them with space. So what we can just do is to return, as you can see, return the first four, followed by space, followed by the seconds, followed by space, followed by third, and followed by space. So where do we use this? Where do we use this function here? So where do we use this function? There. So where we are going to be using it is here, where we are doing the number. As you can see that we are passing the number directly. So instead of doing it like this, what we can just do is to remove this one. We don't even need this one again because our function is handling it already. So what we just need to do is to wrap this stuff. So wrap it like this and this stuff. So anytime you fill in the stuff, take the card number, break it, and whatever the result that is returned for us, that's what we are now putting inside the card menu. So when we get here, you see that it will now give us the design that we want. So save it, and if this thing is working, so can you see now? See that it has already formatted the stuff. See that there is one number left to complete 16, which is 0. If I delete again, as you can see, any one of them that is missing, it will be filling it with 0. And that's what we did on this line here. First of all, take the 4. No, this is the first 4, the second 4, the third 4, and the fourth 4, like that. So first 4, slice it, check, does it complete 4? If it complete 4, give us that value, don't do anything. But if it doesn't complete 4, fill the remaining one that is left. You see that the last one now, nothing is here. So it fill everything with 0 because nothing is there. But for the third one, see that we still have one value there. For remaining 3, the remaining 3, fill it with this stuff. But if I want to do it normally, I will not create it like this because what if I have like 10? Am I not going to be doing it myself? No. Give it, go into the loop, create the array, then use the array to join all of them together. And this is what I'm saying here. If you want to use that method, but this one is working already. We already know that it is working. What we can do is here is to do for. So this is a for loop that you can use to talk with that loop this amount of time. And how many times is it going to loop? 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if you look at the box, we want to generate 4. So we need to loop 1. That's what the I is representing. The first loop, the second loop, the third loop, and the last loop. So we need to loop 4 times like that. And this thing now, I can create all these variables outside of this loop like that. So what I can just do here to just say const length or the size like this. So size is going to be 4. So this is 4. We want to loop 4 times. And what do we want to do here? So what we want to do here is going to be let I to be 0, but that's the starting point. But the I is less than the size. Don't look more than this, because that's the condition. Then keep increasing I, because if you look at it, the first time I is 0, the next time I is 1, is 2, and 3, because you never get to the end, because that's the condition. It must always be less. No, the next time it is 4, it's not less, so it will not do anything. And this is where the I is getting increased. So inside this place, what do we want to do? We want to do the math that we did by ourselves here, which is what we did here. So this thing that we did here, this calculation, we need to put it. You can see the start is the same thing as I times whatever the size. Why the stop is start plus whatever what we have there. So now that's what we need to do here. So we need to do this one. So const start is going to be I multiplied by the size, while the const stop is going to be the start then plus the size. So what do we need to do? We need to extract out what we need there. But where are we going to be saving this thing? So we need a variable, or we need an array to hold this thing. So which is going to be the splitted. So let me just call it splitted array like this. It's going to be empty. So what do we need to do there? What we just need to do is to use this splitted array. How do we add something inside array? To add something inside array, as you can see here, is just to use push. So you push something there, but what I want to push there is the value that I want to put there. So const data here that I want to put inside it. So the data is going to be the value, then dot slice. But you know that we are the one putting the value here. But you know we've calculated the stuff based on start and stop. So this is our start, this is our stop. But we are the one changing in ourselves here. But here now, it will be changing dynamically there like that. So what do we want to do? So when it's slice, we need to pad the end like that. So check, does it matches the size that we're expecting, which is 4. If it's match, don't do anything. But if it doesn't match, replace what is there with 0, and we push this one. one inside the data. And at the end, what we just need to do is return this splitted array. So return it by joining everything together by what? By space. So what we did on this line is what we are doing here, but we are using another method. And the advantage of this one is I can change the number of items that I want. In case it's another program, whether it's not for now, I can just quickly update it there, and you see the calculation will still be right. I don't need to here now. If you want it to be 5 now, it means you have to add another thing on this list. But here you don't need to add anything. The only thing you just change is this number 4 to 5, and it will work. It means that it will now be cutting them 5, not 4 again. So that's the advantage of using this. What are you saying? So splitted. Let me change the cells to double T. Leave now. Or no word again. What is it saying? Leave it like that. So let me call it this data array. So from there, return and save. If everything we did is still okay, it will still work. As you can see, it will still work, even though we are using another method like that. So once we get to the end, you see that it's look like it's replacing all those zeros. By default, everything is 00, but as you are typing, it's replacing them. And if you even put any other thing there too, it will still show. But you know that the thing is not valid. So as you can see, it makes things looks nice like this. And after clicking on this, what do we need to do? We need to take the user to a page for thank you like that. That one is even the cheapest stuff. So how do you take a user from one place to another? You know what you know before is that you can click on a button and it's going to, but this one now is a form. Is when the form is valid that you want to take them to another side. So when you want to take people to another side, you know, that one that you know about, where is it safe? Let me just put it under this stuff here. So under this one, you know about the link. And inside the link, you just say the other page like that. I just want to showcase the stuff, but this is not the way we need to do it. Where is the link coming from? It's coming from that where, so you mentioned to where are you taking the user to? I want to take them to the other page like this. But you know that in our this thing there, in our configuration, we don't have anything like that. What do we have? You can see the only thing we have is the slash, and we have the thank you like this. So the thank you, this slash, this is what you have to type. But this is not the way it's supposed to be, because we don't want the user to click on this text together. It's when they fill the form that we want them to go to that place. So if we save now and go back to the page, you can see we have this. And if you click on it, it will go to thank you. But this is not what we want. When you submit the form and everything is valid, then now take them to thank you page. So how do you do it dynamically? Because that's what you want to do. The user are not the one clicking on the link. You are the one taking them to that place when everything is correct. So how do you take them to a place? This React router DOM is giving us another hooks there that we can use. And that hooks is known as use navigate. So we have use navigate, and this is what you can use to take the user from one place to another dynamically. So you just need to give it a variable that you want. Normally we used to call it this navigate. So this navigate now is a function that you can now call. However you pass it to it is when you want to take the user to. Anytime everything is okay there. What's the problem? Use navigate. Have I not imported it? So yeah, it has been imported like that. So where do we want to use it? This is where we are getting our form from. So when your form is submitted, it will call this function. So inside it now, what we can just do here is to call navigate there. Or you can even do some other stuff. So, or maybe show the model that you are processing. And after that time, you now show everything is successful. Then when it's done, you just redirect them to a page. Maybe we can add that one, but I don't think we need to do that. So we need to move it to other topic, because in the next class, I want to teach you how to work with Figma there like that. So here, as you can see, you call navigate, Whatever you pass here is where you want to navigate the user to. But where are we navigating the user to? We want to take them to thank you. And I think we've not worked on that thank you. For you, that's going to be your own assignment because nothing is just in design. So you are going to work on the thank you there like that. So say if you click, it will not work because that function is not called. The function will only be called by hook form when everything is completed. So now we can quickly fill the stuff. I don't know why this is showing like this is going to be Mayoverse name. So the number is going to be just put some random number like this. So from there you have 03 19 no 19 to expire year, but 99 which is crazy. So this one should be 25. So this one should be three number like that. Then click on confirm and it will take them to thank you people. What you need to do here is to know make this thing looks nice like that. But before we go, we need to deploy it. I hope this network will be able to do that. So to deploy the stuff, we deploy something before. No, we've not okay, we've not recorded. So we need to go into any site that can give you all these platforms that can give you free stuff to deploy and they support these bits. So the first thing we need to do first is to build the project because what we are doing is the development server. So the thing is running on your local machine. So in order for you to have the actual HTML, the JavaScript to deploy, because what this thing is helping you to do is to simplify the JavaScript, the HTML and CSS process. So you need to compile all of them together into a file that you can now deploy online because you can't just deploy it like this. So if you want to deploy like this, you have to have the Node.js installed on the server. But it's not all of them that have that. But most of them have this free stuff that you can use to deploy normal HTML code. And in order for you to deploy, the first command to run is inside this package of this, which is build. So we need to build this stuff. So what we just need to do is how you type it. npm run build. So if you check your project, bundle everything together, and once it's bundled, it's going to create a folder here known as build. Then whatever that is that build is what you are going to deploy, which is just your normal HTML, CSS, and JavaScript that you need for the project. And once it does, you can see it's put it inside the dist. Can you see the HTML we need, the assets that we're using? It has already taken everything you have in your public. It will pick everything here and just dump it directly in your project. And it will load it in the HTML, as you can see, to load everything that it needs to load from the script. And where is the script located? If you open the assets, you see the JavaScript. So everything that I've been doing since, everything has been bundled here. All the CSS that we use, everything has been bundled here. As you can see, all of them. So all those things that we did, and it has make sure that this is what we call the minified version here. So it remove all the unnecessary space that can create size that can create this thing to be bigger like that. So it will remove unnecessary stuff that you don't need from it and make sure that everything is small size. So if you go to the file explorer, now can you see it just 5 kilobytes. And for JavaScript, so that there's a lot of things we installed, but the final result is just 286 kilobytes. But if you check your node modules, you check the size around that maybe 60 something MB or so like that. But everything that we store there is not the one that will go to final stage of the production. So that's why you don't deploy the one you're using for the deployment. You build, once you build, it will extract the necessary thing that you need, and those are the only things you just have. And you can see the site said the JavaScript is not even up to 1 MB. And if you check your site, apart from the image that will make this into all the assets that will make it to be bigger, you will see that the thing is just small size. And then so if we check now, what is the size? As you can see, everything is just it's not even up to 1 MB. So the thing we just build now, the final stuff is not up to 1 MB like that. Even though some people will still complain about this JavaScript that is too big, but who doesn't have data to download this kind of a JavaScript these days? It's just 200 and something kilobyte like that. So, and now we need to deploy it, and you can use different services that are there. But what I normally use because it gives us this free tier there like that, which is this Cloudflare. So once you go here, you go to their site. If you've not registered before, you click on this thing. Where are you going to? So you're going to go to dashboard. Why are you verifying my email again? So this I hope this network will work with it. Because I think it's good that it used to work. These are an office network. That's why it used to take time. So I don't need this one again. What I just used to explain. Yeah. Just let me wait for it. All right. So once the thing is shown there, yeah, like that, what we just need to do is to go down under this their workers. So workers and pages. You can click this arrow to expand, or you click on this to go there. So once you click on it, it will bring out, you can see these are the ones that have been deployed before. If you don't have anything, this is not the way it's going to show. What it's going to show is what this thing will show next. This is how it's going to show by default. So what you actually need is pages, because you really want to display. But no, that one you can connect to the kit so that anytime there is changes to your code, it will pick it up and just do it for you instead of you doing your direct upload. But here we're going to go in with the direct upload. So click on upload assets, and once you click on it, it will bring out a box for you to specify the name for the project. And whatever name you use is what is going to use to create the domain for it, like that, the dummy domain that they used to use. But you can actually connect it to a proper domain there like that. So what's the problem? Still loading, let me wait for it. Yeah, so once it's done loading, you supply the project name. I'm just going to give it what do we call it? So card payments. So it's going to generate some random name for it once it's done. Why is it not loading? Supposed to have generated a name for it by now. Hope there is no problem again. But once you type the stuff here, it will show you. Yeah. Oh, the network is so let's try it again. Card. As I'm typing, yeah, this is what's supposed to be payment. It's supposed to generate the stuff on the fly. So this is what is going to be the URL. I think it's going now. So go. The next step is to upload the asset, which is what the stuff generated are for. So you can drag or click to upload the stuff. So just go to where it is, the entire folder. No, you can just copy everything like this, but I will go to the back, just the folder that contains the file. So just drag it there, so it will see everything at once. So once it's done uploading, which is not supposed to take time. Yeah, not supposed to take time. Just something that's not up to 1 M. Yeah, so everything is done. As you can see, you can add your own custom domain freely, but you have to buy the domain there. So you can buy it from them or from other place, but you can connect it to it freely. And just continue to the project. So it will bring out the site. You can click on the link, or you, if there's any changes you made and you want to update it, you create the new deployment. So once you click on it, you can see it will bring out the model for you to upload the new changes that you want to add. But assuming you use the this is the GitHub connection. Once you push to GitHub, it will see that the new changes there. It will just take it and rebuild the project. So, and that process is kind of called the continuous integration, which is known as CI. So, or the continuous development, but they always go together. That's why you see CI or CD there. Like that. So it's just a process of you integrating different systems together and connect everything. And once there is any changes, it's automated, like automated as CD, continuous uh, delivery or development there. So we have CI, CD, like this, as you can see, pipeline. So pipeline is also the process that the team will follow to connect the stuff. So it's like continuous integration of continuous degree of deployment, and it's aimed to streamline and accelerate the software development cycle. So integration in practice of it, can you see, automatically and frequently integrate code changes into a shared code. So which is like we are sending code to our GitHub, then the service that is connected to it will see it, pick it up, and rebuild the one you have in production directly. That's how we do at work. So once you just push there, when you push to a particular branch, once you see that you push to that branch, it will take everything and it will deploy it to production straightforward like that. So you can see all of they are just automatic stuff. So automate the release, all those other things. Just uh, that's what now we are doing. You are doing it, you'll be doing, can you see, you'll be doing the deployment yourself, but you can use that automated one by connecting to your uh, this in there. So they have different, as you can see, they have different stuff you can connect to like that. That's, so click on this one now, it should kind of take us to the page. We're going to have it. Why do we have this one? Now look at it. There's a change that we need to remove. So now what I just need to do, go back to the code where it is, that home page, because we don't need that particular stuff. Maybe you have to remove this particular stuff, we don't need it again, or add a new thing to the stuff. So once you are done with whatever you do there, yeah, so remove it. So save, which means that is something we imported at the top that we don't need to. That's why it's showing that error. And once this thing is saved, the next step is to build again. So npm, or you can just press arrow up since we've done it before. So npm run build. It will build the code, and once it's built it again, we just go back to that place and create a new deployment, which is not supposed to take time because the project, as you can see, that's finished. So it depends on your projects. So now create a new deployment. So we just add the new code. So that's created another one. You can see the time 5:23. So it will replace whatever that is there before with the new changes. And here too, once you upload whatever changes that is there before or whatever stuff you have there before, it will replace it with the new file. So save and deploy, and the thing is really fast because our file is not that much. So continue. Now you can go back to the site again and reload. The thing is propagated here, as you can see, it's gone. So that's the process of CI/CD. But now we are doing it manually. But we want the automated one, and that's where the repo stuff can now comes in there like that. This one has not set up my license. So let me go to the page. Let me see there. Is it here? No, it's not. This is the old one that I created. This are my one. So reload. Yeah, it's not still complaining about this. So we're going to be talking about this GitHub later on. So that should be all. Let me stop the video.